Hello learners, NIOS welcomes you to Painting Subject video series. This is lesson 10, Sculpture of Indus Valley Civilization. And this is part 1. The process of the lesson will be as such. In the beginning, we will understand the meaning of the term civilization. Then, we will have a short background about Indus Valley Civilization. Then we talk about sculptures. Then we have the new words from the lesson. Then we will discuss in detail the 3 sculptures. Lastly, we will have the summary as well as questions and answers. What is a civilization? Civilization is an advanced society. We would remember in the prehistoric era, somewhere around 30,000 years ago, during the time of the prehistoric men, the early men, in comparison to that, now the time of the Indus Valley civilization was comparatively much more advanced. The civilization, the people, the culture, the kind of conversations they had, the kind of understanding about architecture, planning was different. This was an advanced society. It had its own structure and systems for planning, which is the urban planning. They also had their own government, and social stratification and class was already there in that society. Stratification on the basis of the economic status, like we have the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe right now, that kind of class system and stratification was there in IVC as well. Indus Valley civilization also had systems of agriculture as well as trade. The trade would be related to items of daily need, where they would barter it, not like now when we have money, we have currency, but in those times we had more of a barter system. Things would be exchanged on the basis of need. This is the Indus Valley civilization, the extent of it, the time much before the concept of India as a country, and the Indus Valley civilization is shown as on the map here. The Indus Valley culture developed from 3000 BC to 1700 BC, and the place really flourished. The kind of architecture, the kind of handicraft, etc., was found, and this was situated in Sindh, which is now Pakistan. And Indus Valley civilization really flourished in terms of the lifestyle of the people during the 2500 to 1750 BC, and the fact was that this was near the Indus river. The 2 important places of the Indus Valley civilization, one is Harappa and the second is Mohenjo-daro, very significant places because the art and craft which has been found during excavations, for example, there were seals, there were toys, statues, jewelry, pottery, These kind of things were found during excavation at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Various kind of statues, different kinds of size. Then there would also be seals. Seals would often have animal motifs. There was jewelry which was found and a lot of pottery. Jars, storage jars, serving pots, etc. were found during excavation which was done at the Indus Valley civilization, primarily at these two places, which was Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The Indus Valley civilization also had houses, they had temples, market complexes, as well as granaries, and they had modern drainage system as well. And you could see that even in modern times we have a drainage system. The IVC in this valley already had it during that time. The first excavations were conducted by General Cunningham, most probably a person from the British Army, and Rakhal Das Banerjee in the ancient cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and both the general and Mr. Banerjee had their own teams. So perhaps the general and Rakhal Das had their own background of excavation archaeology. They, along with their team, visited Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and upon excavation, the lost city was found, both now in Pakistan. Through the years, with more and more excavation, more centers of the Indus Valley civilization came to light in the now states of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. So perhaps after excavation at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, the teams must have thought that this is it, these are the places, but no, that was not true. There were more similar centers. The Indus Valley civilization sculptures were three types. First was the metal sculptures. Metal sculptures were made, basically the metal was found from natural sources, it was excavated, and through the process it was used to make sculptures. Then there were stone sculptures. Different kind of stones were used to make sculptures. There were different type of tools which were used to make these sculptures. Then we have terracotta sculptures, which is basically baked clay which was dried, and then pellets and small balls of clay was used to decorate the models further. So there were three types of sculptures. New words from the lesson. The first word is terracotta, which is baked clay for making pottery and toys. The next word is bust. Bust is that part of the human body which is above the waist. Votive is something holy which is used as an offering in religious rituals. Lost wax, this is a technique of metal casting. So, when the metal is procured or the metal is found from natural resources, it goes through various processes. So, first there is a model which is made, then there is a plaster which is put all across the model, and then it is lit so that the wax comes out, and then the metal is actually put into the mold, and that is how we cast various kind of metal sculptures, and this process is called the lost wax technique. Next word is metal. Metal is extracted from natural resources in an ore format, and after that it goes through a lot of cleansing processes, and after that it is melted, and it can be used for various purposes. You can make tools out of it, you can make sculptures out of it, you could also use the liquid metal form and devise screws and various things which we see around. Stone, the kind of stone which is used for making sculptures. The next word is yield. Yield is the final product. After the process of seeding, when we cut across the seeds, when we take the result, that is what yield is. Armband, the tree foil motif. This is also on the shawl of the priest bust, and this same kind of motif is found in various places. The next word is priest. Most religions have their own priests and they are devoted to holy duties. Buddhists have their own monks, Christians also have priests, Hindus have priests. Statite, this is a kind of stone which is easy to manipulate in terms of cutting across, chiseling it, shaping it into various kind of things. Artifact or artifact is a tool or artwork which is made by humans. For example, we have so many artifacts from IVC, and these were designed by humans for kind of work or art purposes. Kiln is a type of oven which is used for hardening of clay items. So, once the clay item is ready, it is put inside this oven so that it becomes hard and sturdy. I hope you enjoyed watching part 1 of the lesson and will watch all the following videos of this lesson. If you have any queries, you can email us at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. For more information, you may visit our website www.nios.ac.in. Thank you.